WFSB Channel 3. This is Eyewitness News, Southern New England's news team with Don Lark, Jana Peckinpah, Hilton Catterley Weather, and Dave Smith Sports. Now, Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
Coming up next, a plea bargain for a local politician caught in a sting. We'll tell you about that.
And Channel 3's Leanne Sewell spotlighting some facts about mental illness in her HealthWise report. Stay with us.
1 in 5 people living in the United States has some form of mental illness, but most try to hide it. People with psychiatric disorders are generally not treated with the same compassion we reserve for other disabilities. In order to change attitudes, some mental patients are speaking out. And in tonight's HealthWise report, Leanne Sewell introduces us to a group who is putting mental illness center stage.
Things get a little crazy on stage, but they're supposed to. The second step players want their audiences to think about mental illness. Most of the cast members are former psychiatric patients.
Number 4!
Ew. They see humor as a way to change attitudes.
You can't laugh with someone and watch someone be on stage doing comedy and not feel connected with them. And so that's a real simple way to break down that whole idea that they're dangerous.
He's off his rocker.
He's lost his mind.
Crazy.
Kooky.
Weirdo.
Behind the cat mask, 39-year-old Elizabeth LATHROP knows the meaning of those words. In her college years, she started displaying a lot of erratic behavior, but waited another 15 years to learn the reason: manic depression.
I've been in the hospital eight or nine times, been hospitalized in and out.
This culture that has...
Donna DeFormato has the same illness. As a teenager, it could have killed her.
I started feeling very inadequate and inferior, and then I wanted to, suicidal thoughts and stuff.
At the end of each performance, the players share their personal stories with the audience. There are always a lot of questions and very frank answers. The second step players feel their work helps to destigmatize mental illness. They say that's important because society's reaction to them is often more disabling than the symptoms of their illnesses.
You always think of mentally ill people as people you walk by in the street or talking to themselves or something, that's the common view in society, but I don't know. Now that I've seen this, I think a lot of people should see it.
Whether you consider yourself mentally ill or not.
Donna recently got married and is back in school. Elizabeth has a full-time job, an apartment, and a car. With the help of psychotherapy and medications, most people who are mentally ill are able to return to normal, productive lives. But they also live with the stigma of having been sick. Elizabeth worries about her coworkers' reactions.
That's hard, to be honest, because I don't want the whole store knowing, that I'm on medication, you better be careful around her, she might go off.
My father was a pillar. My grandfather was a pillar.
Laughter is their tool. Education is their goal. This skit celebrates the pillar of society.
I say we've got to start talking about all the myths that our citizens have about mental illnesses. And we have got to learn to erase that invisible line between us and them.
Leanne Sewell, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.